Hey guys, Dabloon here, and today is another BTD6 video. It has been a very long time since my last video, and I don't even think I had my voice in that one, so it has been a minute since you guys have seen or heard from me, and I do apologize, but life has been crazy busy. But if you guys were there for the live stream the other day, I just hit 50,000 subscribers and I cannot be more stoked. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Even though I haven't been making content, my channel has still been doing great. So thank you guys so much. Now in that live stream, I learned there are a lot of new players to this game. And so I thought I'm going to go back and kind of redo some of these strategies. Yes, a lot of them are still working, but I thought, hey, with the little time that I do have, maybe I can throw some really cool beginner strategies. And I think I have one here today for Town Center. So of course, this is Town Center CHIMPS, and this is what we're going to be working with. Let's get to it. For this one, we are going to be using Oben, and I remember when I first started making strategies and videos for YouTube for this game, I did a lot of magic strategies as far as like I used the ninja and I used the mage for a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of like touching back to that today with a little bit of extra, which you saw that master bomber, which he's just going to help out at the end because I noticed a lot of Moab class were getting through. So how we're going to start this, we're going to take a ninja and we're going to place him right here to where he can see all three spots on this track. So here, here, and here. Now I used to use Oben for everything, but lately I haven't been using him at all. We've just been using Quincy. Well, lately I haven't been playing at all, but when I was making videos, I was using a lot of Quincy because everybody has access to him. But if you guys are into the game to where you're at Chimps, and you've made it to Town Center Chimps, most likely you had enough money to buy some extra heroes, and you probably bought Ben, you probably bought Oben, you probably bought Brickle. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get Ninja Discipline, and then we're going to get Seeking Shurikens, and then we're going to hopefully not die until we get our Oben. And if you guys don't have Oben, you should definitely get him, because for these beginner maps and a lot of intermediate maps, the Ninja Oben strategy with like a mage can rock through so much stuff. And what I wanted to do for this map is because we could easily go through with like the tax zone and icicle and pale and kind of just rock through everything, but that would be kind of boring, you know, and I plan to make more of these and kind of like entice myself into getting back to it, just because I've been super busy with like my day job and daily life, and so I just don't have the time, unfortunately, to make like crazy strategies for those harder maps and stuff. I just play casually now, which has actually been a lot of fun. I haven't played the game like, usually I play the game for like, what do you call it? I call it research and development, right? Like I'm going through to try to build a strategy for you guys or something like that. But I've just been playing for fun, mainly trying to beat those bosses and failing unless I watch somebody's video, to be honest, because those elite bosses are pretty tough. I'm not going to lie about that. And so far we have a 201 ninja, and now we're going to have more than enough money and defense to grab our Oben. And we're probably going to place him in the same area. So probably like, actually, I'm going to place him right here. He doesn't really need to see the back over there. His goal is going to be to buff up our magic monkeys and to pop lead. So he's in a good spot right there. And now we're going to get this guy to double shot and then caltrops. But the elite boss Bloon has been giving me so much difficulty, but when you finally beat it, you feel so good. And I'm not, you know what guys, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I used cash drops on one of them. I really did, because I just tried so many times and I blew through so many farmer monkeys trying to get to the end of it, that I was like, you know what? If I just had one farm ready to go like in the early rounds, this would be so easy. And so what I did was I gave enough cash drops to get it. And sure enough, I beat it. But then I felt very guilty afterwards. So with that said, from then on, I was like, no more. The only thing I can use, the only handicap I can use is the monkey farmer. Because some people consider that powers. I definitely do not. I consider it sanity, because I don't want to sit there and go and wave my mouse around or my thumb around and then try to collect things while I'm also trying to do other things. It just gets too intense and I can't handle it. So I use the little monkey farmer to ease that pain. And then what I notice is that like I have 50, like I'll buy 50 monkey farmers, and then I'm down to 4 and I'm like, what happened? I haven't beaten them yet. And it's just kind of crazy because you keep losing to the craziest things. But with all of that said, I did get to live stream the other day, and with the help of Big Taco Bell Boy pretty much like walking me through the entire thing, I was finally able to beat this boss after using, I want to say like 3,000 in continues. Not that much, probably not that much, but it's kind of cool what I just found out as well, that the continues don't give you money. So it's not a cheat. It just resets you back to when the boss first came out, which is kind of nice. So knowing that, I use a lot more continues and I blow through a lot more monkey money, but I have like 80,000 or something. So it's really not that big of a deal. I just upgraded this guy to Bloon Jitsu. And a long time ago, Oben actually buffed the magic monkeys pretty early on, but now you kind of have to wait a little bit. But so for now, they're just kind of strong. So the next thing I would like to do is I want to get this guy to buff him. So we're just going to put him a little bit behind there. Actually, I'm going to place him here so he only buffs the ninja and not the Oben. And we're going to get him to a 4-2-0. Now, the strength in this strategy is that the ninja and the alchemist can rock through the round 40 Moab and then some on their own with no problems. And that's going to give us enough time to upgrade to our next tower. And then from there, it's just kind of really gets easy, and we're not going to have to use any abilities, nothing like that. So it's a very, very beginner friendly strategy with no difficulty at all. And for all of those new players out there who are watching this and using this to actually beat through this map, what brought you to the game? Where are you at in the game? Is this your first chimps you're trying to beat? Is it your second chimps, your 10th chimps? And what made you have to reach out for a video to help you with it? Was it just struggling? Was it round 63? Was it round 76, round 78? What brought you to looking up YouTube? Because I know it takes me, like, I try myself on things before I take it to the YouTube and kind of just like, okay, so the reason I've been so busy, guys, is because it's super, super exciting. Me and my wife have been flipping a house. If you're not familiar with what that is, that's where we bought a house that's pretty bad condition, and then we're fixing it up and we're going to sell it for a good chunk more money than we bought it for. Now, just yesterday, I was trying to take out this sink, this old sink, and I couldn't get it out. Like, everyone's trying to lift it. I'm trying to break things. I'm trying not to break the cabinets it's in because we're going to keep the cabinets. And I'm like, what's going on? So about 45 minutes into that, I was like, okay, here we go with YouTube. So I go to YouTube, and this nice old man taught me how to take out a sink, which is just a really cool thing that we live in a world where literally everything's on YouTube. Because I saved myself a lot of money in like household appliances, like our furnace broke up in the attic, and I was able to fix it for like a $5 part from Home Depot because of YouTube. And so my point being is that, like, I try it myself for a good while until I'm frustrated or yelling at something or hitting it with a hammer before I take it to YouTube. So what brought you guys to this video? Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to get this mage right here, because once Oben does give his buff to these guys, it's going to be pretty strong and pretty awesome, and they're going to see a little Oben head above these guys. So for now, we're going to get more magic monkeys. So we're going to get guided magic, arcane blast, arcane mastery, intense magic, and monkey sense. And with monkey sense and our ninja, both of these guys can see camo, so camo is not going to be a problem for us. The only camo that would be a problem for us would be on round 59, because neither of these guys can pop lead. This guy can technically pop lead using the alchemist's, acidic mixture it, but good luck counting on that when you really need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy to 11,770, and then he can pop leads, camo leads, whatever he wants to pop, he can pop it. And we'll be able to sail from there all the way to his 5th tier form, the arcane Gandalf, or what is that thing called? Permamage. Archmage, there we go. It's been a minute, guys. Not that I knew all their names before anyway, but yeah, we'll try again. So in no way did I want my YouTube channel to fail. I love YouTube. It is actually one of the few things that I like what we're doing now in this house. It feels really cool. After you do something very difficult that you've never done before and you fix it up and you get to see it right in front of you that you did that, it feels great, don't get me wrong. But while I'm doing it, I don't feel that great, because it's hard work. It's hard labor. You get frustrated because you're doing it wrong. You're like, oh my gosh, is this gonna work? What happens if I don't do it right? But YouTube, I have fun in the whole process. I'm not a big fan of editing, but I like making the videos. I like making the strategies. And so never in my thoughts did I think, okay, I'm going to stop making YouTube videos. I just have been really, really busy, and my day job has been paying my bills forever. And so it's been ramping up and doing better and better and better. We're getting more successful with it. And so I couldn't justify coming on here and making videos as much when life's kind of grabbing life by the horns, as you would say. And so, but when you hit 50K, and I literally have green checks on my YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel, you guys will know what I'm talking about, but you go to YouTube Studio and it'll say a green arrow up or a red arrow down if your videos are performing better or worse than they were before. Well, I had green check arrow thingies going up on all of them for viewership, for ad revenue, for watch time hours. And I'm like, what is going on? This is weird. I haven't made a video and my channel's doing better than it was. This is madness. And so I was looking into it, and I couldn't find out why. But then someone said on the stream the other day that I guess XQC was playing Bloons, and then it got it more sparked up and everything. So I was like, oh, maybe that's probably why. That would make good sense. So a big YouTuber, a big streamer plays the game, and then more people get into it, which is why full circle back to this video in the Town Chimps or Town Center, because I want to help out all the new players out there. And I can't believe that my strategies are still working. After all this time, how could they still be working is just beyond me. But I mean, that's really cool. I'll take it. That's awesome. So with all this rambling and all this talking, I hope you guys don't. I hope you guys missed the random rants and just crazy stuff of nothing, because I enjoy that better. I know for a while, like if you go through my channel, like you've been here since the beginning, I go through phases, right? Like I went through like the talking through everything, never cutting anything, and then I would talk the whole video. Mainly because my editing skills weren't, I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I go through like okay, I'm only going to edit everything. It's just going to be like, place this guy here, place this guy here, grab this guy here. But then that's kind of boring, that's not that fun. And so I wanted to like bring it back, and now we're kind of full circle again, back to the yappity. But I enjoy it. This is kind of like my outlet. I don't really talk about this kind of stuff that much too often. I don't have many people, like my wife gets tired of me talking about Bloons or fixing houses or whatever it may be. Like I talk about it a lot, that's all I talk about. And so she's with me all the time. So I understand. Now this is round 63. Sometimes this one does cause trouble, but because this map is so long, we can use what we can here. This will probably work on Monkey Meadow. This will probably work on Cubism, but on a lot of maps, getting through 63 with just a little 4th tier mage and a ninja alked up is not really like that plausible, but it's working here, so let's be cool with it. And we're just gonna save up 34,560 for this Archmage here. Now, if you guys are a little scared about that, you could have alked your guy. Actually, don't. No. It's fine. It worked for me the first time, worked for me the second time. It's going to work for you guys the third time. So just leave it as it is. This will be just fine. And as you can see above his head and above his head, he is buffed by Oban now. So we're good to go there. And here we go on round 65. We're going to grab that Archmage for 34,560. And this guy's going to wreck it. Now, what I did in my run, if you guys saw it, was I put an Alchemist on him, and I guess I just did that because I can, and we're going to have a lot of money left. Well, we're not going to have a lot of money left over, but we have more money than we need to do things with. And so I just did it just to do it, but I think I'm going to again, just because why not? Even if it's just for that little burst could like be cool, I guess. So we're just going to go to Stronger Stimulant, Stronger Acid. And as you see, I did avoid Oban again, because Oban is a waste of Acidic Mixture Dip and the Stronger Stimulant and all of those kinds of things, because he doesn't really benefit from it. He's not meant here to be that strong. What his goal is to buff our magic monkeys, and then if you guys want to, you can hit the 2 button or hit your little trees down here, because these trees are amazing. They suck up full Moab class, which is pretty awesome. The only reason I don't use them is because they're random. Sometimes we'll place them farther up on the track, sometimes we'll farther down on the track. And that may make or break your strategy. I notice that a lot when I do Monkey Meadow chimp strategies and I use an Oban. People comment below saying like, oh, I died on this round, and 99% of the time it's because Oban's tree just kind of goes where it wants to go. I think someone said they fixed that recently, but it's still not the best. And so, I mean, I wish I could like press the tree and then press an area for it to go like the mortar. So like here, that would be really cool. Or maybe back here, so it could just work as like a, permaspike or something like that. But we'll work with what we got. So now we have an Archmage that's buffed. And as you can see, the buff doesn't stay too long once he starts actually attacking. Like, let's see what happens when this little BFB gets here. All right, so there we go. And it's staying long enough, actually. It's pretty much, I mean, I wouldn't say full-time, but it's like part-time. It's pretty cool. And I was going to surprise you with the next tower, but I think you guys already saw it. Now, what happens is around like 80 something. So what I did when I beat this through it, wasn't even playing on challenge editor. That's why this strategy is so easy and so cool. The Archmage won't let you down for the most part on these beginner maps. And then, because the Ninja's going to literally secure you through like the early rounds, no problems. And then the Archmage is going to take you through the mid rounds, no problems. And so I had a lot of money just sitting here. I was like, what should I use it for? What should I use it for? And I noticed that my Moab class was slipping through. The BFBs were getting too far. The ZOMGs were getting too far. And so I thought, oh, Master Bomber, because Master Bomber like destroys things, and that's pretty awesome. So we'll use him. Threw him down there. Next thing you know, you have like no bad class. But then the ceramic started getting crazy. So that's the tower I'll surprise you with, but you probably already saw it in the preview. But that'll help us get through it as well. So now we're just going to save up a lot of money for our Ninja. And if you guys can, let me know below if I sound all right, because the other day in the stream they were saying I sound like it was staticky or things messed up. So I wanted to be one of the cool guys and get this really fancy microphone that all the big YouTubers use. And I thought, hey, you know what? Things are going pretty well. I'm going to make a comeback here one of these days. And so I bought the microphone ready just to go for it. This was like a couple months ago. And then I made that one video without voice in it. And so I didn't even get to use it. I think I streamed like one time on Twitch with it. And it worked fine. And then all of a sudden I jumped back on the other day and it sounds kind of messy and I can't figure out why. So let me know below if it sounds pretty bad. I thought it was pretty cool to get one because I was like, okay, You know, when you're making videos, right? For all of you guys who make videos out there, you start off, right? And you're like, I'm going to use what I can. I'm going to use my iPhone. I'm going to use my, you know, my old laptop that just makes a lot of noises when I play videos. And then as I get more, you know, as I make some ad revenue or as I get like 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to start upgrading my equipment. Well, I did that a lot, right? And so I got a camera that I really enjoy. It works well for me. It turns on most of the time and gets the job done. My computer keeps up with Bloons and it sleeps, so that's no big deal. My lights are where I want them to be, but the only thing that I kept thinking about was my mic. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade it a little bit. And then I'm like, you know what? Why not? Just go big, get what you want, and call it a day. Now there's nothing that I feel that I need to upgrade, and I'm happy about my setup. So I thought that would encourage me to get back into it and make more videos, which it did not because I just couldn't spare the time, unfortunately. But here we are back at that. But I'm sorry, guys. I jumped right back in here just yapping. So I thought like, okay, maybe it'll be weird. Maybe it'll be like seeing a friend you haven't seen in like a few months jumping back into these videos. And it's the same. I see the lights on, I see the camera in my face, and I just start blabbing about whatever's on my head, which I find interesting and fun. So let's just keep it at that. Okay, now I'm going to place this guy here. And if you guys saw where I had him last time, I assumed because the Master Bomber can like shoot across the whole stage that he would like not get blocked by this windmill, but apparently he does get blocked by the windmill. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our dude right here. How about like right there? How about right here? No, right here. Okay, I'm going to place him right here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want him to, you know what, right here. I'm sorry. I just don't know what I want. And what I'm kind of going for is that I want him to get these guys kind of early on, which he does there. Because if we go too late in the game, honestly, I should have put him like on this left side, like probably somewhere like right here. But too late now, we're on chimps. Because what happens is this guy gets overwhelmed with all the ceramics and all the balloons coming out. And this guy's just to like kind of pop him. So what we're going to do, well, maybe now that he's not blocked, he will, right? Okay, no. So the earliest he's going to get him is right here. So honestly, I should have put them like in that area. But it works out. It's just fine. But as I was saying, we are going to have some problem with those super ceramics, as they call them. And we're going to, the Archmage will knock through all like the little Moab class. Like all this will be no problem. But then sometimes we're going to get way overran with the Bloons. And so what we're going to do to combat that is we're going to buy one more tower. Actually, I don't know. I kind of want to buff this guy. I think I buffed him before. I don't know if that actually does anything, but I'm going to do it. And we'll have enough money, so you guys should do it too. It's kind of fun. Let me know below if I'm wrong on that, but I imagine like if he buffs them when he throws his bombs, they should be stronger bombs, right? That's usually how that works. So let's see. Yeah, he's throwing strong bombs now. That has to be it. So now we have all these alchemists everywhere. We just have this little party of magic monkeys. And so far, we've only used magic monkeys besides our hero Oben, which is pretty awesome. We are going to throw that off with our last tower, but it'll get the job done. All right, see how these ceramics are starting to overwhelm us? So we'll pop the Moabs, but then it's just a little too much for that little Archmage. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this guy right here. I think that's a good spot for him. We're going to go all the way to the top, and then we're going to go to quick shots and very quick shots, because if you didn't know, the Archmage, when he does that little zoop, 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 he's making the camos go away, you know? He has his own little shimmer going on, which took me 2 or 3 years of playing this game to figure that out, but I figured it out, so it's cool. And it does that. So now this guy can see camo, so we don't have to worry about that. And then he's going to make sure that any ceramics that come out are going to be no problems. A little worried about these little DDTs, but as you can see, it doesn't matter. We have Master Bomber and Archmage and this guy to throw his, you know, his stuff at him. So we're good there. Now we do have some money, so I'm going to throw you a couple other towers that I would use just so we can not, you know, I think we should win like this, but why not just use what we can? So another tower I like to use is this guy right here. We go to Moab Glue, we go to Bigger Globs, and then Glue Splatter and put him on Strong. And that's going to slow everything down, giving our Master Bomber more time to attack him with his bombs, and of course the Archmage, and then we'll have no problems with this guy. Another one I like to use is also the Sniper Rifle. We're going to use him. We're going to place him right here, and how we're going to do that is he's going to get buffed now, but it's not a big deal. No, let's place him right here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go Full Metal Jacket, Large Caliber, Calibre, however you want to read that, Deadly Precision, and then we're going to get Maim Moab for 5,400. But what's cool about it is we're going to get Night Vision Goggles and Shrapnel Shot. And what that does is it allows it to, his shrapnels will stun them as well. So he's not just stopping one Moab, he's stopping a couple. And as you can see here, we are getting a little overwhelmed, but since we have our Ultra Jugs, he's going to take care of everything with no problems. It does look a little scary at that end, but I wouldn't fret about it too much. But just in case you were fretting, what you can do is you can grab this guy right here. And then what we're going to do with this is, if we can put it there, well, right here is fine too. And we're going to go all the way to primary training, which will make this guy just go ballistic and shoot way faster. And we're going to have zero problems with anything because this guy can go for it. Now here's round 100. We have our sniper hitting him. We have the Gloos not doing anything. And then we have our master bomber who's doing all of the work. And it should pop around this area near the village or something like that, or close to it. And then of course we'll be able to take down those 2 DDTs. And then everything else will just be a cinch after that, because we have the Archmage you can see across the whole map almost. And then we have the little dude here who's just going to plow everything with his juggernauts. And there you go. And that's it, guys. So now we got a 0-1-0 sniper monkey. Nothing too crazy about that, but we got it and it's ours now. So there you go. And there you go. There's chimps on Town Center, black border or black metal. If you guys didn't know, I do get a lot of questions about that in my stuff here. So let me show you. So a black border is this right here. So when you don't beat it, when you don't beat all of the other medals, you just have a regular one here. And then you can get a black border if you beat every single medal. And if you don't beat every single thing, but you have that one beaten, you're just going to have a black medal. So it's a black medal, a black border, whichever way you want to look at it. And then for those of you who have like that yellowish gold one, that's just because you beat chimps. You beat it, but you maybe exited out or you almost lost or something. You exited to the home screen, and that's going to make it be a gold border. You have to beat it all in one run through. And with that last strategy I just showed you, you should have no problem doing so. So again, thank you guys so much for keeping this channel going and being so supportive. Without you guys, I don't even know what to say. It's 50,000 and I haven't even been making videos for the last couple of months. It's just so amazing. I've been telling my wife, I've been so stoked about it because that just shows how awesome you guys are. And I'm really glad that the content is still helping you guys out. I literally thought for sure, I was like, babe, my channel is going to go downhill because those strategies are going to get nerfed out. People are going to try to use them. They're just going to fail and everyone's going to either desubscribe or unsubscribe. And then YouTube's going to hate me and not show my videos no more. But the exact opposite happened and I cannot be more grateful. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to try to put out more videos out there for those of you who have been with my channel for a while and don't need any help with Town Center, chimps, anything like that. Hopefully you guys just want to hang out and chill with me as I play through it. Maybe you guys can tell me what you guys thought about it below or what you guys did differently to beat that map. And over time, as I get more time, I will try to make more and better strategies. I think the next one I'm going to try to do is Lotus Island because still after like 4 strategies, people still have troubles with this map. I think it's just the way that it's built and the circles and its curves. It just makes it weird. So we're going to make a super easy proof one. May even have to use an ability, guys. That might get crazy. But with all of that said, you guys are awesome. You all know it. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. And then definitely follow me on Instagram too, because I would say I post more there, but I really don't. But if I had like more people follow there, maybe I'd be enticed to post. Probably not, to be honest. But I try to post there as well. It's just a little different outlet if you guys are into that. And I'll see you guys next time.